Cookie Charles is Alex Lexus, aka the man, the myth, the juggernaut, and I am here with our episode 128 review. I am joined by Biff, Project Justice, and Demizzle of Free Play Mode. Shinwar cannot be with us this evening, but he will be on for the next three. I make it my business to try to get everybody on and find a schedule that works. So I do have limited slots, so four max on a particular podcast. So if I can't invite y'all in at a particular time, it's for quality control and not to be the Wild Wild West or anything. So trying to make this thing legit. um, Shout out to Thumb Thrasher Gaming and Geeking Out, Free Play Mode, and Tough Nerd Toys LLC, Mr. Danae, my man. So with that, let's get this intro started. We are the New Game Order, brought to you by FullSpeed.net. They're our partners. Make sure you check them out. Let's open the reactor. The saltiest intro ever. Brought to you by Michael Hurdle of MichaelHurdle.com. Graphic design needs. And let's go ahead and open this reactor. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to jump into the chat while I run our little background. But now we're on the podcast and I have to manage Discord over here. All right, so
I don't think so, man.
All right, so
we'll see though.
We have everybody on tap today. We got Biff, Demizzle, Project Justice. So going in order, Biff, what's going on? What you been up to since the last time we were on the air?
Working. Caught Black Panther this weekend, and also caught this episode. But not much. Same old, same old.
Oh, okay. Well, I will have to say, Biff hooked me up with Dead by Daylight. That is a fun game. Let me tell you, that game, I was just like, why the hell did I buy this? Then all of a sudden, I was like, I finally started getting into it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I got this. I had to fix my controller settings because I kept getting killed initially. But it's all good. But other than that, free play mode, what's going on, man? What you been up to since the last time you were a guest on the show?
Well, I like a bunch of people in this country saw Black Panther, but I saw it twice over this past weekend. Been playing some games. I've been playing a game that you told me to buy, but I don't never see you playing, so I'm just
waiting. Which game was that?
Monster Hunter.
Oh, wait, Biff actually is on it now. So, like, once we get her through the training mission, we're good to go.
Oh, so I still gotta hang. I'm like at level 4 now, waiting for y'all.
Oh, all right, don't worry, we got you, bro. All right, Project Justice, what's going on, brother?
How you doing? I've been wanting to get Monster Hunter, but I'm just right now on my studies that I don't want to touch it because I know that game is crack.
Oh yeah, it'll do that to you, you know. But you know, one thing with Monster Hunter, like the pacing of the game is a lot slower than Phantasy Star Online, but I get that kind of feel from it, you know. Like you link up with your team, you do missions together, you grind, you level up, get your weapon. It's a lot of fun stuff, and that's one thing that New Game Order wants to do. Like we used to do community play dates, like Gears of War, Halo. And, you know, life kind of took us in different directions, but you know. We want to enact that at least for like Thursdays, you know. But with that being said, let's start this podcast. So we are on episode 128, and you know, last we were in the show, 17 sacrifices himself to protect Goku and Vegeta, so that you know they can have their last stand. And you know, I can't believe he died. I'm still a little like tight about that, but. All that being said, we setting the you know plot point. Vegeta. This man, this Saiyan is the epitome and the embodiment of Saiyan pride. This man was completely spent. The episode starts off. You have Vegeta going in, no stamina, no nothing, and then he tried to take on Jiren, even to the point where he tried to power up and it was just nothing. The guy was like tapped out, you know. But Biff, your thoughts on how the episode started off? Biff,
yeah, I mean, I really can't say anything other than I'm proud of Vegeta. Vegeta was really my MVP. Him and 17 were really my MVPs of this tournament because they really were the game changers. And even in this episode, he was actually a catalyst, a game changer. So
yes, he was.
Again, I'm Toriyama, which is to be expected. Especially if you had already seen the spoilers, or if you already kind of knew what was going on. We knew Toriyama was going to do this, and Toriyama did it. But I'm glad he wasn't holdout. They didn't take him out like a hoe. He went out like a real champ.
Dude. What'd you say?
That ain't hold my man. Like normally they hold Vegeta, like getting to have him go out and like some, you know, basically go out like a pussy. But like he went out fighting. Like he literally left. He left everything in the arena. So
yeah, that he did. One thing I was a little tight with that actually makes me like, I was indifferent to Jiren, but the way Jiren was beating up Vegeta, like he went Western style boxing on him, like for real.
Dude, I was like, as soon as you saw Vegeta try to go Super Saiyan and he didn't, you knew what it was. Like, like I was like. Vegeta got beat like his name was Glenn from The Walking Dead.
yeah, that beating was
real. I was just half expecting Jiren halfway through it to go like, take it like a champ. I was just waiting for him to say that because that's just how brutal it was.
Yeah, it was like Mike Tyson's Punch Out and then Little Mac getting rocked. I mean, my thing with that, like Vegeta in base form was, it looked like Jiren was toying with him. You know what I mean? It's like, that was kind of disrespectful at that point. Even to the point where he's telling him, eliminate yourself. Like, dude, for real?
Well, like, but you, like, if you've watched Dragon Ball for any length, like, this is just who Vegeta is as a person. It's like, you're not gonna make him quit. You're just gonna have to beat him to death, or beat him to the point where he's no longer able to fight you anymore.
With that being said, I mean, Project Justice, your thoughts on, you know, the savage beating that Vegeta took, you know, in this episode? It was like, this was Vegeta's episode, you know? Like,
I mean, I think so far, I mean, in the past, like, at least 3 episodes, Vegeta has been outshining everybody. So eventually, it was going to have to come to an end. He just ran out of juice. I mean, it's just, they gave him, the way that they did him, it was so well done, so respectful. I mean, he was the only one able to do anything towards Jiren and Super Saiyan Blue. He's the only one that touched him. Like, then he took out God Destruction, and then Jiren again, while Goku's like, he can barely move, and Vegeta, you know? So a lot of props. I mean, he took that beating like a man. And at the end, even all that pride, he still gave Goku that bit of energy, and that kind of surprised me.
Now that brings me to my next point. You know, you had Vegeta, he almost got eliminated, and by the sliver of his boot, he stayed on the platform. And, you know, he makes another attempt. Like, I think Vegeta knew he was, like, just done, but the flashbacks and the triggers. And there was an emotional part where the old voice actor for Bulma from Japan, you know, it was funny that they recorded her audio way in advance, you know, and they put that in there, and it was like Vegeta saying goodbye. You know, it was like philosophical in nature, but you know, this episode was like very, very melodramatic. It pulled on a lot of strings, and you know, anybody who was a naysayer to Vegeta, this should have been something to turn, you know, their heads, because it's like, man, Vegeta, emotionally, like, he really won me over. I was like, my goodness. I mean, he put it, like Biff said, all on the table. Like, he can't make any excuses. It's like, hey, he was just there. He was done, you know. But Biff, what were your thoughts on the flashbacks and everything, how they were kind of like commemorating Vegeta before the elimination?
Like I said, it just I don't know. It just made me really proud. I was upset because everybody knows I'm a Vegeta stan. I was definitely upset, but it played to a part of Vegeta's character growth. I've seen tremendous growth this series, this super arc from Vegeta, and I think that's probably what I like best. You've seen the growth, and you see why he dug down so deep, and you see the reason for him why he did it, as opposed to just have ideas or somebody's just saying I just want this. I don't know. It gave me a. I don't know. I was upset, but then it kind of gave me a peace of mind. Vegeta, he went all out, so I don't know.
You know what? You said something that made sense. Like, I think that the way that this episode was written for the Vegeta fans, it's like, it could be accepted. It's like, okay. He gave it his all, right? I don't think Vegeta fans are too angry, like the character was disrespected. To me, I was just like, yeah, he gave it his all in base form, but that beating, that was worse than what Majin Buu did to Vegeta when Goku was trying to get his stamina back at the end of Z.
I disagree with a few things that Biff said. Like, I disagree that it showed character growth because we've already known that Vegeta's family is his motivation. That's like nothing new. Like, that's always been there ever since he got with Bulma, had Trunks. They've always used his family as his motivation for doing things. Even if it's like
I don't know about that one.
No, like, even going back to the Majin Buu series, his family is the reason why.
Yeah, but that's like the Majin Buu series is like the 4th saga. I mean, that was the ending. It took from the beginning of Z to the end.
Yeah, Vegeta was a whole different.
Exactly.
No, like, ever since he got with Bulma, he considers his family to be his source of why he does things, no matter how good they may be perceived or how bad they are perceived. His family is always his reasoning of why he does things. So that's not
really, because if you watch him when he first went Super Saiyan for the first time,
but he's not with Bulma at that time. I'm talking about from the time
he was.
No, he wasn't. He didn't go Super Saiyan until
he already had baby Trunks.
He was. That's not the first time he went Super Saiyan, though.
No, wait, hold on. When he displayed his ability to go Super Saiyan, that was the second time. He did it on that other planet. But prior to that, he had banged up Bulma anyway.
Yeah, he's the receiver.
Yeah, but he hadn't had a family at that point. Like, when he has Trunks with Bulma, everything after that is with him, Bulma, and Trunks in mind. No matter.
When he fought Cell, that wasn't the case. He got beat. He wasn't thinking about his family.
Yes, he was. Like, go back and watch that arc. Like,
no. Actually, no. I disagree with you there because, like, when he let Cell get to perfect form, he just wanted to test himself and all that. Yeah, just like what Goku was doing in this Tournament of Power.
He wasn't thinking about his family.
Yeah, it wasn't like that before.
But I'm saying, like, his family is always in his mind. It's his motivation.
I won't say always.
It's his motivation. It's his primary motivation for doing, like, the vast majority of things that he does.
But that's something relatable. That's a human thing to do.
Yeah, he wants to get stronger than Goku, but he wants to show his family that he is the strongest. He can protect them. He is the man. They want them to look up to him as the ultimate. So that's why his family is always at the forefront of his motivation. The second thing is like I don't like how they teased his family. Like, I thought they were gonna use his family to give him like one final last gasp of boom, turn into Super Saiyan, go hard.
He fought Topo.
No, I mean, like, go at Jiren with that one final gasp of motivation, and then
they already did it with Topo to do it.
Yeah. I agree.
He had no energy. That was it. That was the point. He could have given up. He could have been like, all right, just knock me off, or he could have just rolled off, but he didn't. That was the point of the family, to give him that last little bit of just to even try. It wasn't for him to power up and then for him and Jiren to go another 10 minutes. That wasn't gonna happen. There's not enough.
No, I didn't expect it to go.
Writing. He wasn't finna Super Saiyan again. He had nothing left. But the point was that even though he had nothing left, he still stood and fought.
And considering that he did that blast that knocked Topo off, you know what I mean? Like, I'm surprised he was even able to go blue, or if it was just bad writing at that point where Piccolo said he exhausted all of his power, you know? So, you know, my hat off to Vegeta, but, you know, so moving things forward, Vegeta's taking this damage. Jiren finally does that one power-up punch and he hit Vegeta in his face savagely.
Yeah.
And Vegeta, like, what actually hit me was the fact that this man, like, emotionally was tearing up on the way out. And everything that was, he was addressing that he felt that he failed Kaba, his family, the Universe 7, you know? And I also saw this as redemption because during the Geki Dama, prior to when Goku was trying to, you know, do the Spirit Bomb, you know, Vegeta's like, oh, I'm not giving any power. And remember, Biff, I said, I was like, I'm kind of tight with Vegeta for that. But something was in the back of my head. It's like, okay, there's a point, there's a reason for that, you know? And I believe, well, in my head, this was like, hey, he didn't give it then, but he sure as hell gave it when it counted, you know? But your thoughts on, you know, when Vegeta was getting eliminated and he gave his last bit of energy to Goku as he was falling off the platform?
We called that, though. We said Vegeta was going to be his catalyst.
And have you guys noticed this one thing that nobody has said anything in this episode? Frieza is still in.
Oh, we discussed that on the last one.
Okay, no, but in this episode, they're making it seem like it's only Jiren and Goku left. No, it's Jiren, Goku, and Frieza. And I'm like,
but everybody thinks that Frieza's like, thinks that Frieza's like just out of it, like, cause they saw like Jiren crush his skull and just discard him, so he's.
Well, he's recovering. He definitely got his butt beaten.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they think that after Goku, Jiren would just simply walk over and toss Frieza off like nothing.
Yeah, and he's not in the stands, so, you know, I mean, with that being said, like, but even with all of that going on, you know, Vegeta gives a little bit of power to Goku, and it was enough for Goku to go Super Saiyan Blue, and you saw what happened there. But, you know, I wanted to get your thoughts on Vegeta giving that power to Goku. Like, again, you might not see it as character development, but it's like Vegeta, he knows that, hey, despite Kakarot's his greatest rival, but his greatest friend, his greatest ally.
That's his brother. Like, at the end of the day, as much as they fuss and fight and go back and forth with each other, they would go to the ends of the earth for each other.
Yeah, you saw.
We called it. I said Vegeta was going to be his catalyst. One, Vegeta's getting eliminated. Goku didn't like that. And two, for Vegeta to give his very, very, very last little bit of energy and give it to Goku so he can get the hell up. And then I don't know if you noticed when they went through like the memories of everybody calling Goku's name right before he went UI, it was the Kakarot.
Yeah.
When he heard Kakarot, immediately Goku, his back got a little straighter and he started changing. So I guess that was we knew it was coming. I said Vegeta was gonna be the catalyst, and he was.
Yeah, but Biff, I remember I said that on the show. I said for Goku to finally like reawaken the new power, I said something's gonna happen to Vegeta to get him there. You know?
Yeah.
And you know what? Considering Vegeta went to his Limit Breaker Blue, or what I think that's what they're calling
Beyond
it.
Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah. So consider that, okay, that exposure to that power, and even that little bit that he gave to Goku, like you said, he had to be that catalyst to get him to where we know is going to happen in episode 129, you know?
See, I also have another take on it, is that Vegeta giving his last bit of energy to Goku is Vegeta's way of finally acknowledging that Goku is better.
Man, shut up.
No, he said that no. In the Buu saga, they had.
In the Buu saga, he did.
Yeah.
But right now. I don't think that's the case now.
Well, you know, I know there was going to be a discussion on that, but I mean, You know, I'm just staying on tap. So Vegeta, it fell off the platform. Goku absorbed that little bit of stamina, just enough to make an assault on Jiren. So, the same. It's almost similar. The same beating that Vegeta got, Goku was getting that work too. Like Jiren, with all he's powered up now, right? He's not using any ki. He used the ki to knock Vegeta off, but like I swear it was like Ivan Drago versus Rocky. Like Goku was getting the business, and he was about to get eliminated. And what happens? The instinct awakens. So let me take a look. Slinky Gem. All this time, Vegeta was just a sensu bean. Yeah. Well. Yeah. So basically, you know, I don't know what did it, but Goku also had his flashbacks as well. You know. Vegeta said, "Hey, Kakarot, I leave this to you." I was sitting there like, "Wow, you know that was a powerful moment for me, you know, going into all that." But now Goku was getting beat up, and the Ultra Instinct awakens, and now you're seeing Goku, you know, dodging all of Jiren's attacks, and when he counterattacked, he hit Jiren with a gut shot, and it hurt him. You know, not like when he was in Ultra Instinct before, but he hurt him and it looked like it penetrated. So, Biff, your thoughts on Goku awakening his Ultra Instinct and actually landing a damaging blow to Jiren's gut?
I mean, well, we knew it was coming. I'm not surprised. I am kind of a little surprised that they calling it, that they said he's going to master it. Mm-hmm. Typically, he doesn't master his forms per se, but yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. It's gonna be a good fight because now Jiren is finally like, I think Jiren's about to get spooked, and now when Jiren's about to get spooked, it's about to get real. Mm-hmm. Because now it's like you have, like they were in the stands, they were commenting like, this is gonna be a problem because it's literally 2 minutes left. Yeah. And there's not, from my understanding, it's looking like they're saying there's no way you can have a tie.
Yeah, yeah, and you know,
so everybody's making it seem like somebody has to win, and I think now when Jiren understands that now to the point that somebody has to win, and the Goku that he fought before isn't the Goku that, you know, he thought he thought it was. Mm-hmm. I think it's about to, you know, he's about to turn up. So now it's finally about to be, you know, I think it's about to be a battle of wills, not so much a battle of strength, because they're both strong, they're both stronger, they're both, you know, can go head to head. Mm-hmm. Now it's more of like a battle of will, who has, you know, stronger will. Yes. Who's smarter? Who's willing to go to?
This new level is going to help Goku in this fight, but I still think the way it looked, that Jiren still has the upper hand in strength.
Well, here's the thing. The theory that we were talking about, and I think I said it on a past podcast, this Ultra Instinct is like a new base form, you know? And I said, watch. And Biff, I know you remember this. I said he's going to find a Super Saiyan version of Ultra Instinct. And I called it. I knew that was going to happen. You know, because it's almost as if, like they were saying, it wasn't complete, because we knew that he was doing all the defensive stuff, but against Kefla, he wasn't really doing any major damage. And when he did the Ultra Instinct Kamehameha, like he was wiped out of the form. You know, so with that being said,
it wasn't complete. The form wasn't complete, so yeah.
So with that,
see, here's the thing. I don't think it's a base form. I just think. It's a completed. This is the lower tier of the completed Ultra Instinct. I think as the fight goes on, as it progresses, you'll see him like the same way Kefla evolved during her fight with Goku. I think we're gonna see the same thing with Goku and Jiren. Like Goku's Ultra Instinct evolve as the fight goes on.
Yes, and which brings me to the next point. Now, in the 129 preview, you saw that Jiren in that, you know, incomplete form, he's still keeping up with Goku.
Yeah, he is.
And,
so
I think that, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And one thing that we haven't seen, Jiren hasn't really powered. He's powered up, but he hasn't gone full power. Like, there's so much more. He has a higher ceiling that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and I think what's gonna happen too, like, you know, Biff made a point, like, you know, Goku usually needs somebody as a catalyst. I think something's gonna happen to Frieza. I'm calling it again. Like Frieza might try to help him, or maybe Frieza might say something just like what happened with Gohan and Cell, where Gohan was able to break his limit to go to Super Saiyan 2. You know, 16 being a former bad guy, right? And you know, acknowledging Gohan's we need you to save the universe and so on and so forth. I think something to that effect could occur, because you would cheapen this new Super Saiyan Silver, as they're calling it on some forums, that, you know, why would they go to that level for Goku to lose? You know? And then, you know, a plot point, a plot device, like something happens to Frieza, or I mean, I believe Frieza might be something to the effect where he might hold Jiren, or and Goku finally eliminates them both or something. Who knows? You know, those are my theories going with it. But I believe that most of the next episode is going to be in that base, or the imperfect form, and at the end, that's when he's going to power up, and then we're going to have to wait again. You know? Biff, your thoughts on that?
I think one of the theories I was talking about, I forgot who I was speaking with, but the thing with Frieza, we were talking about, we were going to say that I thought that Jiren and Goku are going to knock each other out. They're going to knock each other out on the arena, and by default, since Frieza's still there, Universe 7 was going to win. But I don't know. I just, if Toriyama's, he's on pattern for his typical Toriyama self. So, like you said, there's no reason they're going to introduce this whole new form and have him lose. Okay. There's just no way. There's just no way. And then there's this episode where you see, you know, Goku had to dig down deep again, and you see everybody saying, we're dependent on you, and now that he realizes, like, you know, hey, this is actually kind of serious, it's more than just a fight and getting stronger, maybe I do need to take this serious. I think, you know, Goku's gonna be the winner. There's no way that
I don't think
you don't have a show if you don't have Universe 7.
I don't think he's gonna win that clear cut. I think time is gonna run out.
Either that, or what if it was anticlimactic and Jiren just says, "Okay, you're the better fighter," and then eliminates himself?
Nah.
I don't think Jiren would do that, because Jiren's motivation is that he, like, more than likely he wants to win to bring back his people. So I don't think he would do that.
And you know what? His arrogant ass, now I want to see him get freaking bodied. I didn't like how he took Vegeta like that, you know what I mean? Because even though I was more pro Goku, but I'm not anti Vegeta, and that arrogance, I'm like, this is like a guy that took out a God of Destruction, a formidable fighter in the multiverse, and he was just like, it's disrespectful, man. And I just, for Vegeta's sake, I just hope Goku gives him this. What, you know, I'm a firm believer on you get what you give, you know. And I know it's just an anime, but like Goku needs to take him out, man. I'm sorry.
But that's the thing I don't understand. A lot of people think that Jiren is a bad guy. He's not a bad guy.
He's not, but their philosophies are different. You know what I mean?
He's an anti-hero. He's not a bad guy, but
he's not a bad guy at all. So I don't think
Jiren, to the truth. I don't think he's the type of person to prolong suffering. He's not.
No, he's not.
Like, I didn't see what he was doing to Vegeta as toying around with him. Like,
Vegeta, he caught them. Vegeta caught them hands, bro. Like, really?
Yeah, he caught them at him. He defended himself.
His sheer willpower was what was keeping him up to the point where Jiren...
You said his bones felt like they were shattering. Jiren could have eliminated him anytime before that.
Jiren told him, it's futile, you're wasting time, just jump off the arena. He told him. So, I mean, he gave him a warning. Come at me, bro.
Before he delivered that final punch, he said, I'll at least acknowledge your pride, because he acknowledges that's what's keeping him fighting. And the reason why he had to charge up and do that key fist is because that was the only thing that was going to knock him out,
which he could have done sooner. That's what I'm saying. You know, like, what took him so long? What took him so long?
I think Jiren enjoys battle too. You know, it's not like...
Dude, no, Alex. What took him so long is the exact line when he said, "I acknowledge your pride and your willpower," because before then he was fighting him and not expecting him to get up.
Yeah.
When he acknowledged his pride and will, he's like, okay, I'm gonna have to do some shit to knock this motherfucker out.
Basically, yeah.
No, that he did. But I mean, you know, any predictions? You know, starting with Biff for 129. You know, like pro or con. I mean, I know we kind of.
Well,
you know,
129 is going to be a continuation. It's going to be a cliffhanger. So 129 and 130 are kind of going to melt together, but they're separate weeks instead of an hour special. But I already said Goku's going to be the hero per usual.
You sound so upset about it.
Cause Toriyama.
That's what I'm hoping that you're wrong. I'm hoping he does something different this time around because it'll be like you said.
Well, that's what we thought until we definitely thought that until last week.
Well, he just
Toriyama,
Vegeta
this arc he did amazing as far as unpredictability.
Yes,
and he was doing so good until like the previous episode and then this episode, and it was just like, all right, Toriyama, I knew it. I didn't want to think it was coming, but it came anyway. So if it's on par with what he typically does, Goku saves the day.
I mean, I agree with you, but I mean, when it comes to Vegeta, he surprised me when he did with Vegeta. I wasn't expecting all that. So I'm happy about that. And I agree, Toriyama's the Toriyama. So, but I'm hoping that, I really hope time runs out. I don't want to see Jiren lose. I actually want to see him win.
You know what? I guess we're gonna disagree on that one because the whole thing with not trusting people and just strength is absolute and all that, like that's just, to me, he's so disconnected. You know what I mean? Maybe I more relate to Goku's philosophy than Jiren's. You know what I mean? That's why I want to see Jiren defeated.
This is why Jiren is as strong as he is. It's working for him.
Yeah, it's true. And I don't, like you said, I don't think it's wrong, but it's just something I don't agree with. Like, you know, I mean, he seeks what is beyond power. Okay. You know, at the end of the day, we shall see. My thing is, I know if Universe 7 wins, they're going to wish back the other universes. You think Jiren's going to do that? No.
I actually do think Jiren's capable of doing that because he lost. He has feelings. He doesn't show them. But he, you know, that backstory opened him up a little bit and showed what he's all about. Really, he's not this evil, guy that people, a lot of people think.
He just has his own agenda. It's not good, bad, or indifferent.
No, he wants to do good, but he's not depending on anybody to do good. He's gonna do it himself. Mm-hmm. That's his mentality, okay. And I kind of like that.
All right. So, Demizo, so that we can wrap up, your predictions for next episode. And before you get started, this week there will not be a Dragon Ball Super episode. Actually, when is the last episode gonna air? What's the date?
Let me check.
Because there's a concern. Yeah,
there's no episode next week.
No, not.
Are they doing like an hour special or something?
If they do that, then because my worry is I won't be here for the. All right, so it's the 3rd.
The last episode is going to be
what, the 11th, March 11th?
No.
Yeah, it's not airing next week. It's airing the week after that.
No,
next week will be
March 3rd.
25th, so 4th.
Yeah, the 4th will be 129. So then the 11th will be 130, and then
131 to be 18th.
All right, so New Game in Order. It has come to my attention. I will be on military duty. So what I have to do is I gotta set my laptop up and make sure that we can still continue while I'm at ALC or ANOC, as some of you old school military call it. I have to go. There's no way around it. So we will make sure that the content does come to you, even if it might be a little late or adjusted schedule. But
me and Shin got it. Thank you.
What? Well,
me and Shin got it.
Well, at least I know y'all dependable. I don't want to run into what I ran into before. But
here, like, what I think about what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take a left turn here. Mm-hmm. Is that episode 129 is gonna be the full fight with Jiren and Goku, and then episode 130 is gonna be Goku eliminating Jiren and then somehow I think the Angels will turn on Zeno and attempt some kind of takeover.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting off.
No, because there's no reason why they would say, "Oh, the Angels are exempt from erasure."
Them the Grand Prix kids. Where they gonna go?
Well,
the Angels
well, how many universes total? Is like what, 16? Because there's 4 that didn't participate.
Well, yeah, 16 universes.
Yeah,
you're
so
right. Or did it because they're too strong, right?
no, there's something.
They had a high mortality rate.
Yeah, so
I thought they were too strong.
No, those are the 4 most powerful universes.
Yeah,
so
they didn't have to.
Dragon Ball must go on.
So you might have somebody potentially more strong that is stronger than Jordan.
But I also believe that Goku will prevail, and he'll wish, instead of wishing back all the universes as their own separate entity, he'll wish the universes back combined within Universe 7.
Why would he do that? No, I'm just saying that's like overload for one universe, you know?
I think they because a lot of these characters became fan favorites, so I don't think they're gonna discard them.
But
they're gonna discard them, but they're not about to put them all in the same universe.
No, they won't put them in the same universe.
No, that needs to be. We know Sadala arc has to happen. You know, for Vegeta.
If it comes down to it, we can visit universes because of the Angels. So
yeah. Okay. And I think also too, you know, what might happen if 7 wins and they wish back other universes, it'll open up the door for maybe spin-offs, like, you know, focus on a season just on the Sadala stuff. You know what I mean? Give Goku a break. You know what I mean? Let Vegeta, you know, lead in his own thing. Like, you know, let him be.
They tried to do that once in Dragon Ball Z. By making Gohan the main character, and that didn't take.
Oh yeah, they rejected it.
The reason why they ultimately brought back.
Yeah, just like what happened in Transformers, Optimus Prime, that, you know, for the toy line, and you know, Tough Nerd Tours taught me this. Rodimus Prime or Hot Rod was only in there to sell new merchandise. Optimus would have stayed either way. But in Japan, they revolted against this, and the declining ratings of Transformers forced them to write Optimus back.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, he came back as a silver truck. And
I remember that. He came back silver, but I didn't know that was the reason.
What, was that the Generation 1? He came back as a silver, or was
it was the end of Generation 1 that they brought him back.
Yeah, so you know, some of the Japanese fans are resistant to change, and that's, you know, I mean,
they're purists. They're purists.
But you know what? Gohan is not a good character to take over.
No, but you see, the Gohan was a victim of the writing. You know what I mean? So for whatever went down, like.
Yeah. And right now, even now, I can't stand Gohan.
No, I don't like Gohan because they nerfed him so bad.
Yeah, they did.
They nerfed him to just. There's no way you can like him the way that he's nerfed. But I definitely would have took a Gohan from the Gohan that fought Cell. I definitely would take that Gohan. But not this Ultimate Gohan.
I don't like that he has to use mystic powers to unlock himself. Come on, man.
Yeah, and then it seems like it has a limit. You know, it's.
I mean, he's cool. I like that he's a strategist. I like that aspect about him now.
Okay, so without further ado, I want to thank everybody for participating. We are going to, Biff, we're probably gonna have to do a filler episode for the podcast next week, if anything.
Well, when we get off air, I'll talk about it.
All right, but yeah, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on newgamingorder.com for the latest and greatest. Demizzle, can you plug FreePlay mode?
Yeah, check me out on FreePlay mode at YouTube and on Twitter, DManForLife8017, to keep up with the latest ongoings of FreePlay mode channel and things going on in my life, because I've got stuff going on separate from my channel, so check both out.
Alright, PJ, some parting words.
Thank you for having me on again. A lot of fun. See you guys the next time.
Alright, and Biff, closing remarks.
Hey guys, you can actually follow me on IG, and I'm actually getting on Twitch. I will be doing I'm not going to post it, but I am actually about to get more involved in Twitch. After this arc, we are actually going over the Dragon Ball Z arc. So if you guys are excited about Z or you don't know about Z, you want to get to go through Z, we're going to go over it again. I know it's a childhood favorite, so we're going to start from the beginning. We'll start that as soon as this series over. I believe you can catch me on IG at the Black Boma _ or you can catch me on Twitch at the Black Boma _ and send me a message. I'll definitely reach out to you. And for everybody that gave me hell this week, kiss my ass.
Wait, you know what? Just ignore those posts.
I didn't even. A lot of them I didn't even respond to because some people were just really talking out the side of their ass. I was like, y'all just really wanted a reason to argue with me.
Yeah. But don't you hate that? It's like folks just go against you just for the sake of arguing. Like
just for the sake. I'm like, bro. Like one guy was like, haven't done Vegeta right since he fought Android, whatever. And I'm like, bro, what have you been watching? Like, you just talking just to be talking. So, but I'm glad. Definitely catch you guys next week. Alex may be on his little hiatus, but me and Shin will get you guys right. And then we'll also continue on with the theories, and then we can, jump right on into Z.
All right, bet. So, just so you guys know, New Gaming Order has a wonderful establishment, great partnerships with everybody. So we're always looking to seek, grow, and thank you to Full Screen. I know they're, our sponsors, just getting us exposure, and hopefully we can get to a level where everybody on the staff can be, taken care of. That's my ultimate goal. Yeah, so that's what we're working on. But with that, we're signing off. The man, the myth, the juggernaut, hitting you with the head crush, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Wait, you have to change your name from the myth and the juggernaut because Capcom put a bullet in it.
Well, did you see my show on that? Like, yeah, I mean, now this both of them are about to hit 1,000 views. I guess some people, felt what I was saying, but
Capcom made Abigail said screw Juggernaut, screw Capcom versus Marvel.
On a final note, did they release the Juggernaut mod for Abigail to the public yet?
I think I seen it, but I don't know if it's out yet.
Yeah, because if you pay to that dude's Patreon, you can actually get early access, but like it's supposed to be free now. But I'll check it out. But
it's not Marvel, baby.
Wow. Hey, New Gaming Order, we are out. Thank y'all for watching.
Bye.